Welcome back to Path of Exile. In the previous episode, we managed to reach the forest encampment in Act 2, and we're ready to start exploring. We're currently playing a shadow with the intention of ascending into a Saboteur. We're gonna be using mines. I'm not 100% sure on what the endgame is going to look like on the build. We're gonna try various skills, and if they don't work, I mean, the worst thing that could happen is we're gonna have to reroll into something different. Hopefully not, though. Those annoying scrabblers are going to cause bleeding. In this area, we need to find the great white beast that Yina mentioned in the previous episode. It's right here. So we're gonna open a portal. We're gonna be smart about this. Oh, there's Einhar. I can see a beast.
It is time to hunt.
I'm not really going to hunt beasts at this point. We're not powerful enough, and the rewards, even if we do manage to beat them, are not exactly what we should be after. There's 3 of them right here, and it's these really large bone crushers too. They have a lot of health. We're getting out of here. Am I going to need the iron ring? Maybe. Maybe. Actually, no. We have enough currency to purchase resistance rings. No real point in wasting inventory slots, even if it's just one.
I've seen some dark places in my line of work, but this is something else.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything yet.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Okay, speaking of dark places, let's make sure I don't forget to use the portal back. We need to find one of the waypoints here. Detonate. No, that was close. There's an orb of fusing, boots. We're level 16, which is awesome. You can see another magic monster pack. There's a coin. So this is a Reverie device. We're gonna be using this in a later act. Let's upgrade the level of these gems. We're going back. We're gonna talk to Groost, sell what we can.
I am Groost. I hunt boar, hunt to feed my people. You are not a friend to us. You'll need to run faster than boar.
So these are, I think, the remnants of the Azmiri tribes. So are we going to identify this one? Why not? It's honestly not that good. That's a bone spirit shield. Might make a minion build at some point. Haven't played one in quite a while. So there's Aramir here.
What?
Can I purchase anything good? And by good I mean links. No, it doesn't look like it.
Travel far.
So what do we have to work with here? We've got the mine, of course. Honestly, these colors are not very good. Let's remove these skills. Detonate. We need to find some ones that have linked sockets. We're entering the den. We need to find the great white beast. Some decent rewards here. Elemental focus. I'm dealing very little damage all of a sudden. So there's the beast. Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna exit to character selection. I mean, the cost of a portal scroll is not exactly high. No real point in wasting them. We're gonna sell
Hello.
just a few scare mask swords.
The white beast's spirit is at rest. No more pain. Take this in thanks from me, and from the suffering animal that you have helped.
So it was a mercy killing. We could get another Quicksilver flask, probably the best option. There's a heavy belt, but the implicit modifier is plus 25. Could be good. However, we can craft another resistance on the current belt, Agony Thread, and we're gonna do just that. No point in really risking it. A Bismuth flask could be solid, but at the same time, depending on being dependent on a flask to cap your elemental resistances is kind of sketchy. Let's identify this attack speed. That's pretty horrible. Immunity to freeze and chill. That's not really great. Resistance is during flask effect. This is pretty good. It's gonna be passively up. Let's augment this. Yeah, why not? Can I afford to use another alteration orb? Yeah, okay. At least we're not penalized with the less duration. Silver. Wait, what? Didn't I have a couple of silver coins?
Be kind, if you can.
Oh, right. We've got 7. We need to use this currency eventually. The stack size is 30, so I'm going to wait until we have a couple of them. Silk.
You and me, we are the same. We dream big. We find new places. We do not tell stories. Stories are told about us. I learn the words, the ways of Oriath. You listen to me, and not pigheads like Grust. Then you will live to find more new places.
He appears to be wearing... Honestly, I'm not even sure what it is. Some type of bone with holes in it. So we could go to the riverways. Actually, let's do that. I want to reach the western forest, activate the waypoint, and then
Ready,
we'll see.
Exile? It is time to hunt!
Oh, it's time to hunt.
This land is dying. But even a rotting carcass has its uses, yes?
Maybe.
Then it is settled. We will make rotting carcasses and use them to produce the tools we will need to survive.
So you can hunt here with Einhar, but in all honesty, these beasts are pretty powerful.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And you can't do a lot at this stage of the game. Later on, you can make some incredibly powerful items. Okay. Let's keep going. You can follow the road here if you have a skill that can close gaps and jump over some of these collapsed bridges. Much easier to navigate the zone. I was recently, well, not exactly recently, but in the previous league I was watching someone try the Ruthless League, and many of the movement skills are disabled.
You have been captured.
Traveling
beast.
through the riverways
You
was
will have
actually
survivor.
I need
extremely
You will see
painful
food.
because of no movement skill usage, and it made it pretty horrible. You had to spend 3 or 4 minutes just to go through one zone. Let's get rid of what? This one. And do we need elemental? I wish the trap and mine damage connected to cold-hearted calculation. Could try... Actually, no. We should be getting crit as well. But it's pretty early. Someone just reached the Solaris Temple. At Western Forest, we have the waypoint. We could go north from the riverways, but we're not going to do that yet. Someone's bought some new NT-MTX. What is that? Okay, this is going to give us a bit more resistances. Might as well keep this one.
Speak.
Our gear is good enough that I'm not going to bother with those. Transmute shards are nice.
Going?
There we go. Let's go back to the Chamber of Sins.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So here's the path leading down, the stairs leading down. And while we're here in the second level, the lower level, we're gonna have to find two things. One is a narrow path that leads to the boss of this area and the baleful gem, which we're going to need later. And the second is what we just found here. The bronze monograph and the trial of ascendancy. We do have flame dash, so it's not gonna be difficult. All we need to do is dash over those. Perfect.
There is a fine line between consideration and hesitation. The former is wisdom, the latter is fear.
Now there's a wand. Honestly, junk. What we need is a couple of wands that have increased lightning damage, spell damage, critical strike with spells, maybe even some flat damage. That's pretty good early on. There's a silver coin and a ruby ring. This is going to give us fire resistance and strength. How are we doing? Okay, so cold resistance is enough. This is a lot more balanced. I like this setup. Cold resistance is still 60. This is the path leading to the boss here. It's called Fidelitis. There's Piety. On the other side of the fence.
That thing! It slaughtered everyone! Help me!
And Helena is hiding somewhere. She's not going to leave that zone until we deal with Fidelitis here. Fidelitis the morning. If you come here without a lot of lightning resistance, you can die pretty quickly. Interact with the strange device, pick up the gem, and optionally speak with Helena before you go back.
Piety was after a creation of Meligaro's called the Baleful Gem. It's nearby and it's something that heartless bitch must never get her hands on. You have it already. Thank innocence.
So we need to go back. Let's log out. And by log out, I mean exit to the character select screen. These are two different things. Saves you a little bit of time. We're gonna speak with Groost because he's gonna offer us a reward.
The Oriathan girl. She is alive. She wants to stay with us, not to go back to her people. I say we take her traitor's heart to the chief. Ask that the warriors in black leave us be.
Somehow I doubt this is going to work. We're gonna have a lot of options here. We've got some heralds that don't really work because you need to actually kill an enemy yourself. for these effects to trigger, and it's our minds doing the work. Summon skitterbots, come to think of it, this is a really solid option. 10% more trap and mind damage. And we're gonna be chilling and shocking enemies. One has a shocking aura, the other has a chilling aura. Arctic, Arctic armor is also an amazing option. So let's equip that. The icicle mine. Can place that here. Don't really want it here. Orb of Storms, that's pretty good. And the detonation. Cancel this one. And that. So Helena is here. She's going to help us do some crafting in our hideout.
I gave the Ebony Legion my faith and my loyalty, and it offered me nothing but fear and death in return. Piety led us into that wretched place in the hopes of finding a device named simply the Spike. Fashioned by Inquisitor Meligaro, it was said to enable the injection of Calibric Extantia into living flesh. Calibric Extantia being the corrupt energies locked within virtue gems. We couldn't find the Spike, yet we met its most successful application.
So Fidelitas was probably changed. He was human after all, at some point.
With courage.
The spirit is strong in Fellshrine. You touch the stones, you will feel it.
And Fellshrine, that's another decent zone, especially if you need experience. I wouldn't say we do at this point. We're doing pretty much okay. Any decent items here? Some good minion stuff. This one's also linked.
Be well.
Should we go to Fellshrine? Yeah, we should. We should, because we need to access the crypt in order to complete another Trial of Ascendance. So in this zone we need to find the ruins of a cathedral, and that's going to
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
lead to the crypt. Truly an expansive zone, and the enemy density is quite low. And skitterbots are active. Pretty awesome. Just a scroll. That Strongbox was one big disappointment. It's another coin for us, and the music in this area is definitely one of the best pieces of the Path of Exile soundtrack. Most of them are good, but this one has that extra excellence. Did we manage to dash through that door?
Shine boldly, so that all may find you when the night falls.
Now what we have to find is the path leading to the lower level of the crypt. There's crypt level 1 and also crypt level 2. Okay, that's better.
I need more pockets.
We need... we need to pick up that circlet and also equip that wand. In all honesty, it's not even good. 1 to 5 lightning damage. Can we equip the circlet? No, the Havoc Keep is worth holding on to. This is a ruby ring. Did we get one already? Yes.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
What are those? We're looping back to the entrance. Okay, we made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, never mind. Let's log out. The area below doesn't have anything special. A couple of points to respec your Atlas. No, not your Atlas tree. Your passive tree. Can sell those and these.
Return if you must.
And now it's time for the broken bridge. We're gonna run into one of the bandits.
Exile, it is time to hunt.
Reinhardt wants to hunt, but he's gonna have to wait just a little bit. Okay, so now we should have enough intelligence, especially as we path towards the Written in Blood cluster. And of course Snowforged. This will allow us to use fire and cold. Generic elemental damage is just as good, but of course when you specialize you get a lot more damage. This is a blacksmith strongbox. Doubt there's gonna be anything good in here.
No point in looking back now. There's just death, and a lot of it.
Yep, just a weapon.
Your trouble. I like that. Now what I don't like, Oaken and Lyra and their thieving mongrels.
This is Kraden. We're going to throw those mines and detonate them. A lot of enemies that are going to spawn here use some fire attacks. Having a bit of fire resistance is useful.
All that flashy sword swinging when all you need is one good stab.
And we exit. Now back to the Western Forest.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
I'll take that chromatic, and at the end of the road, you can find black guards. They guard the seal that Piety used to seal us from entering the forest from the prisoner's gate. Now we can go back, no real reason to do that. What we can do... Oh, that's a tormented spirit. That was a warlord. Hey, we even got a unique item. There's a flask. Pretty awesome. Honestly, it's not that good. How about the carved wand? Nope. And this is Famine Bind. Deal 50 damage per second to nearby enemies. Projectile damage. Can't really use something like that. Unity. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Of course, the coin. Now, you can see that there's a path that blends in somewhat, and it's going to lead you from the road to the camp where Alira is. This is the second bandit. Well, this is one of the bandits. Depending on which area you do first, you're going to encounter them in different order.
I caught some rats in my traps today. They told me an amusing tale. Their rat king, Creighton, dead.
He had an unfortunate accident. So we have the option to help Alira. We're going to gain some mana regeneration, global critical strike multiplier, and 15% to all elemental resistances. Come to think of it, this is a solid pick. Maybe we should help Alira. Yeah, you know what? It's her lucky day. We're not gonna kill her. What we're going to do is exit and head to the northern forest. Because now we need to grab Oak's amulet. So from the waypoint here in the riverways, you want to go north and maybe northeast or northwest, depending on where the exit is. It's not really difficult to find. That heavy belt, no, not really that good.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And that's the encampment. There's a 2-stone ring that offer you 2 types of resistances. It could be any of the 3 combination: fire and cold, cold and lightning, fire and lightning.
So Creighton has fallen. A worthy achievement on your part. And yet you serve Alira? Not so worthy. You strike me as someone who craves a higher purpose than that. Something like peace.
So you can help Oak, but you're going to get some global fizz damage, life regen. Alira is much better. Let's throw some mines and we're ready to detonate.
Now that's what you get for bringing a stick to a knife fight.
Hey, we're lucky we found the waypoint. So back to the Western Forest. After we speak with Alira again and collect our reward, which is essentially a passive buff, it doesn't show up anywhere. We have to find the arachnid nest. And this is where the spike mentioned by Helena is.
Better than Oriathan chocolate. You keep this trinket to remember me by on your travels.
And we get the apex. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need it later. So we have 15% to all resistances. That is a solid... That is a solid buff, especially early on. The critical strike multiplier doesn't come into play. I was intending to use critical strike on the build, but that's not going to be relevant until we have enough of it. You can see the webs on the trees, so it's probably further south, right?
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Lots of spiders here, and the annoying part about it is that they have an attack that teleports to you, very similar to Flicker Strike. Let's go back.
I have seen many an exile come and go, into the forest or into the ground.
That was Aramir. He normally gives you a reward if you kill all the bandits. We didn't choose that this time. We're gonna sell the belt, we're gonna sell the mana flask as well. Should I keep the 2-stone? Maybe I should. At least for now.
Return if you must.
Okay, next skill is going to... some intelligence, why not? Can't even see the exit. So we're gonna have to fight a lot of spiders here. There's a vest, there's a jacket. The chest piece that we have is pretty solid. We're back in Act 2. We're gonna speak to Silk because he's the one that will reward us.
Spear. Yes, that is my best spear. The one I stuck in eye of old Mother Eightlek. I think you keep it now. Let the beasts and bandits fear you even more. It is my gift to you.
I wonder how he came across something like that. Trinity support, elemental focus. Cannot inflict ailments, trap and mine damage. That's pretty solid. Could replace Swift Assembly. Yeah, okay. We're gonna keep it though. At least for now.
My help is yours.
And since we did unlock that quest, we have the option to purchase a couple of these gems now. Control Distraction is pretty awesome at this point. I think we can replace added lightning damage. And if we had... Wait a minute. Yeah, let's do just that. We're gonna pick Control Destruction. Also increase critical damage because we're gonna need it later. Can level this up along with a mine. I'm gonna use this one. The +1 Cold Skill Gem wand we're gonna keep. I'm going to use Control Destruction with Stormblast Mine and then link the Orb of Storms with added lightning. That should be a decent increase. We're gonna sell all these. What else can I sell? Not the wand.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna place it here. Grab those. In the offhand. Yeah, we're doing good. Oh, hold on. I think this went into the gem. I have the affinity open. Yeah. Let's place it right here. And we're going back to the wetlands. The Val Ruins. One of the worst areas to traverse in the game. It's actually a nightmare.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
We did run into a dead end, but this is quite common for this zone. That's also a dead end. That's the third one. Hey, I think we found it. Yep, it's right here. This is an ancient seal, and it's going to sing the world in darkness.
This shadow is
Ready, Exile? It is time to hunt!
Einhard looking great as always. But we need to cross the northern forest. This is a solid area if you want to get some levels and some gear. We're level 21. Could use a couple of levels here.
Ready, Exile? It is time to hunt! We will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you!
That's a thicket. I have no real reason to enter that area. Can fight a couple of unique bosses, but they rarely drop anything good. What was that?
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
All that for a wisdom scroll. There's a lot of currency in this zone. And a lot of damage. Then again, we are so low on physical mitigation, it shouldn't really surprise us. I'm looking for the entrance to the pyramid, but it has to be here, right? Yes. We'll pick the waypoint and also click on this stone table. Well, maybe it's not stone. Not made out of stone, but we can unlock the crafting recipe. This one is for movement speed, so if you don't find any movement speed boots, you can go to your hideout, access the crafting bench, and do it just like that. We're gonna do it either way. There we go. We need to talk to Helena and then...
All right. I've taken the liberty of performing a few tests. There are a few magical modifications the transmutia device can make that are safe every time. Try enhancing a piece of equipment now. Let's see if my results hold. Farewell.
And here we are. As you unlock more recipes by finding them in various areas, you will have them available here. Of course, not every craft is available for every item. As you hover over, you can see, for example, the icons that the life craft can be applied to. From left to right, that's body armor, gloves, boots, helmets, shields, rings, amulets, also belts and quivers. The movement speed is only available for boots. As you can see, it's a prefix and it only has one icon, being boots. Okay, which resistance are we going to need the most? That has enough suffixes. This one as well. Okay, let's craft fire and lightning. So we're gonna need lightning here. Oh, it already has, so let's craft fire. Can I craft here? No. $20, that's basically enough. And this is another
I could
quest
hardly
done.
hope for better results. Do note, the device needs special reagents to perform, so not all uses will be so easy.
That's true.
Keep your life to your own.
Early on, all you need is a bunch of transmute and alteration orbs. Maybe the occasional augment. Can I sell some items? Most of the NPCs are not unlocked yet. These are images. This is Navali. Disappeared a couple of leagues ago. Now we know that she went to the Karui afterlife, which we should be able to access after we get a couple of silver
Nothing
coins.
like this happens until you are here. Bring back the light, or you will find my spear in your throat.
Okay, so basically junk.
Return if you must.
I just created a different instance of the Northern Forest. I want to grab a couple of items and experience.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Just where are all the enemies? Barely see anything. Ignore the beast. That's the red icon. Einhard can wait. He's not gonna hold it against you. No matter how much you postpone the whole hunt thing. Even if you wait until the end game. $29. It's also a higher level rank. Is that a 35? Yeah, it is. Hey, that's a rogue exile. This is Mirana Nemina. Rogue exiles are very powerful, but at the same time,
Exile.
they will drop a piece of equipment for every slot.
This one is captured. I now will take
Val
it.
Molten Shell, Control Destruction. Could be worth it equipping that right now.
I need more pockets.
Need more pockets. It's a ruby ring. That's a fireball. We honestly don't need any of these. It is a bit better because we can craft resistance, so we're gonna do that. Mana, it's honestly not that good. The one is useless. Yeah. The density in that zone was an utter disappointment. So who do I have to talk to? Probably Yina.
I dreamed this. A vast creature. A thing of shadow. I saw it escape from a black prison and climb a man-crafted mountain. drifting up its four sheer sides like the mist that reaches for the clouds.
She's probably referring to the pyramid. Okay, let's basically sell everything, not the belt. We picked that up for a reason. Oh, and look at that. When you sell 2 rare items that have the same name, they're going to turn into a Orb of Chance. Of course, you can randomly find 2 items, I think, that happen to have the same name due to the random name generation. But the easiest way to do it is to vendor mirrored items. Okay, so this belt is honestly not the best. Could try using an Essence of Greed. It's actually better. 15 fire, 8 lightning. Well, somewhat. It's gonna have a bit more life, and that's enough.
Be kind if you can.
So, something I forgot, we need to go to Lionized Watch, because now that we open the way to the forest, Darkly is going to reward us.
Damn me. I didn't think it possible. All these souls Mervale and her brood have consumed over the years. You've done right by those that are dead, and by those who still might live.
Or
Farewell.
maybe it's best.
Quite the lady killer, aren't you?
Yes.
A stranger like no other faced the wall of the Umbra.
There. Thought you deserved one of my finest poems, written to commemorate such a mighty feat. Oh, and this. Been keeping it for a very special occasion.
From the way he said it, you would expect some bottle of old wine, but it was actually a book of skill. Not that I'm complaining. How about some decent ones? No. Cold damage. Yeah, mostly. Hey, there's a Quicksilver flask for sale. Level 15. No.
Farewell.
I'd rather not. Now let's go to the hideout. We have 2 items to craft. This one can get a bit of lightning resist. Yeah, lightning resistance. 19, and we're pretty much done. Done with resistances. Unless... No, actually we are done. And we could craft some life here, hoping for at least 20, 23. That's pretty incredible. Okay, there's some currency for us. Quest item, and of course I'm going to keep the flask. Oh, lots of points to assign. This is instinct for spell damage suppression. I do like Snowforged, but we don't have any cold or fire sources yet. Could get some life and energy sealed. Successive detonations is a very solid pick, but the problem with this one is we can't use crit yet. I would much rather go to explosive elements, volatile mines. Yeah, we're gonna get some strength. Not the most impactful points.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And that is a... Okay, it's a calling wand. But more importantly... Could use... no, not swift assembly. Well, we're gonna keep it either way. That is a dead end. We're looking for the entrance to the ancient pyramid.
Now that was satisfying.
It's a giant flask. It's even better than what we've got. I'm gonna take the coin. It looks like the entrance is... Honestly, it could be anywhere. And by anywhere I mean the last place we're going to look. There's another calling wand. Useful for the minion-based build that I'm going to create next. Yeah, there's the exit. And as promised, it's in the last place we're gonna look. Always delivering on this channel. For better or worse. Usually for worse. Hey, that's a mana flask. Hey, rarity of contained items. Maybe we were gonna get a unique here. No, we actually got a sapphire flask. Scorching Ray. Ah, the glory days of Scorching Ray.
To catch my breath.
Something good about the pyramid is that, true to its shape and size, as you move up, floors become progressively smaller. So the stairs leading up, let's... A sign written in blood, a bit of strength. 700 HP. That's enough even for the third act. You could fight Dominus with 700 HP. It was almost good. Movement speed. The pyramid apex, something you definitely have to remember. Once you activate the altar, you have time to basically click this recipe on the other side of the pyramid. Should say other side of the room. Okay, so we're gonna sell this one. Realistically, we should Just get rid of this one. Of course, it's going to immediately burrow underground, wasting our time. Oh.
I like darkness.
We missed the amazing one-liner. Was actually good.
Not surprised. I saw you in my slumber. Stay true to you.
So Yina is surprised, Groost is probably happy because we made peace with his land. I'm going to just sell these two. And this one. Could grab another giant flask. Yeah, really like that. Yep, can sell. Good.
Return if you must.
Okay, let's place that right here. 13 coins. And we're at the city of Sarn. Actually, this area is called the city of Sarn.
Ah, it's so good to be back in the city.
Back in the city.
Just need a moment to
I
catch
share
my
that
breath.
sentiment. Much prefer this area than the forests. For some reason, the zone is called the City of Sarn, but we're looking for the Sarn encampment, which is the area after. So Clarissa here is thankful for us freeing her, but we have no time to
I don't mean to
waste.
sound ungrateful, but we've no time for talk.
Yep.
Tolman was out here with me, and now Piety has him.
How much you wanna bet? Tolman is not going to be alright. When piety is involved, well, things can only go... Oh, that's not a bad item. The storm ages, set our tower shields. Now we did reach the Sarn encampment. We could push forward to the slums, but I think that can wait until the next episode. I'm going to end this part here. Thank you for watching the Path of Exile Trial of the Ancestors League start. And what can I say? Hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next part where we're gonna enter the slums.